All right, guys. All right, let's get things started. Let's get things started. Try and make it something a little bit. Um, Give me a minute. All right, it is what it is. It is what it is. All right, cool. If you're here, like and subscribe. It's Levi Apparel. Appreciate y'all. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, cool. Let's get an applause. Let's give an applause. All right, I need to set this to be subscriber only pretty soon, so I give me some more subscribers, because I noticed my subscriber rate kind of going down, guys. So if you're here, like and subscribe. I appreciate you. All right, cool. Today I got a doozy for you. All right, cool. So as we're about to talk about some stuff, let me get myself situated by first going to the channel, right? Making sure everything is good, that I can hear myself. Right? Okay. Let's go Facebook. Let's type live. Let's type into this 10:30. Good old 25. Come join. Dot. Posts. Okay, like, and let me share with my group. All right. Bam. There we go. Bam. So now the group's got it. It's everywhere. Let's go. All right, now let's share with some friends. Okay, almost there. Copy it. Bam. Right. Send some other people. Okay, one more person and then I'm good to go. One more. All right. Let's get this started. I don't like how this making me look like I'm bald. Okay. All right. I am still getting the same thing. Golly. All right. A little better. I like it that way. All right. So, I get any feedback? What's going on? Oh, my friend just hit me up. Let's make the screen bigger. Bam. We're gonna start the live soon, guys. Just let me set up first. Let me set up. All right. If you're here, again, like, subscribe. I appreciate you. All right. So let's give an applause for everybody that's in, everybody that's coming in. I appreciate you. Let's get this started. Okay, so for today, where do I start? There's a lot I want to talk about. You know, let's do something different. Nah. I like being small on the side. Control Alt, push to the side. Bam. There we go. All right. So I got that little me on the side. So let me give you a hint of what I'm talking about. So I got that stuff set up. All right. Okay, so let's go. Let's get started with the video. All right. You know what? Let's go straight into it. Let's talk about the government shutdown and how it's affecting food banks. In other words, SNAP. Right. All the link in the description is in the description area of the video. So if you just click on the description, you'll see all the links to the videos that I'm talking about. To, you know, in case you guys want to talk about it, or, you know, whatever you want to do. All right, I'm pulling up the video right now, and then we're gonna get talking about it, right? So man, it's a lot happening today. A lot. So as some of you guys know, there's like a government shutdown. With the government shutdown that's happening, SNAP is a big target, right? So I'm looking at the video. It went fuzzy again, but it is what it is. Let me see if I can make it bigger. Then we're going to start talking about the video. All right. Okay, so now let's pan over to what's going on with this whole this government shutdown, how it's affecting SNAP, and I'll give my commentary if I can, but most likely I just want you guys to see this so you can be aware of what's going on. Again, I do talk about t-shirts, custom design, and stuff like that. That's what this channel was founded on, but I kind of shifted a little bit because it's getting a little bit boring. So I'm talking about basically apparel designing, and I also talk about commentary on videos, most likely news, but yeah. So let's get it started. All right. Here we go. All right. Take off the volume.
Into session to address those additional funding needs.
We are in crisis.
And guys, sorry for the the pixelation. This usually happens, and I don't like it, but at the same time, it's I don't know. It's something I'm doing that's wrong. Maybe it's the way I have everything feeding in to the web portion, because I don't know. I think OBS is using the web, so because it's using the web, it takes up more data. So when I'm trying to show the videos looks pixelated. But we're gonna resolve it. Like, subscribe.
The government shutdown to withheld federal funds, things have never been more serious. And I hope this next session, our recommendations to account for this chaos do not fall on deaf ears.
Well, Meyer also announced assistance for Delaware food banks. Many of you in our area depend on SNAP benefits to pay for groceries. That includes more than 117,000 people in Delaware.
And even with Delaware's emergency declaration funding SNAP through November, there's still an overwhelming need. CBS News Philadelphia's Waukesha Bailey live at the Food Bank of Delaware this morning. And Waukesha, they're really working hard there to meet the demand. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Janelle. Jim, we're here in...
All right, so before she starts, right, there's been a lot happening with food banks. Some food banks are saying this is going to be an overwhelming amount that they were not, and they're not prepped for. So they have minimal amount of supplies that they can present to the public, right? And because of that, they need help. So the states are getting involved and seeing what they can do to make sure things are available, right? For schools, for all these government assisted programs that's there to help the people, right? So now this is all happening because of the whole government shutdown that's going on. The government shutdown prompted a lot of states to start enacting their ability to help the people get food, help the people get resources that they need so they can be able to survive another day for as long as this thing is going on, I guess, right? Ultimately, we hope these representatives can come together and come to a solution to, end this government shutdown, right? There we go.
Inside the Food Bank of Delaware's pantry area where people can come and shop. And as you can see, it looks pretty much like a grocery store, but there is still a need for a lot of resources. So joining us this morning is Kim Turner. So Kim, we just heard from the governor regarding SNAP benefits being extended through the month of November. Is that enough?
Yeah, so that's incredible news for us at the Food Bank of Delaware, but unfortunately what we're seeing here is people are still in need of food assistance. Oftentimes their SNAP benefits don't last the entire month, so we're so happy to hear that that benefit has been extended through November, but we want to make sure people know that last year we distributed the most food we have ever distributed in the history of our organization.
And, you know, when we're trying to prepare for the future, what does this look like for the food bank? I mean, weeks from now, even after November.
Yeah, so we're heading into our busiest time of year, the holiday season. We want to make sure that people can enjoy a holiday meal around their table. We know that food costs are still far too high. People.
All right, first, you know what? I forgot. Let me give these people an applause. Let me give these people an applause for doing what they're doing, because they're going above and beyond to make sure the public is able to get the proper amount of food that they're supposed to, right? So, thank God. Wait, is the fuzzies out? Oh. Yo, it's not fuzzy anymore. Yeah. Woo. Oh man, whenever the video stops getting fuzzy, I do an applause, because I'm like, I can't take it. I'm holding on, but golly. All right, back to the program, right? So yeah, so I'm glad these food banks are being equipped to be able to help these people, because at the end of the day, states should always have fundings readily available to help the people, and this is actually shaking down a lot of states to seeing how ready they are, right? And Delaware is saying they're not joking, they're not playing, they come prepared, they ready. Let's go. All right.
Are really struggling to buy groceries, so we hope that the community will keep that in mind. We're looking for people to donate their funds.
Hold up, I gotta say something. Bro, that looks pretty fun. Yo, do you see how he's going through? Yo, with speed too. These guys are professionals.
Their food, their time, really.
I was talking about the forklift.
Every little donation adds up to something big.
And for people who are looking to kind of supplement what they currently have right now, and they need help, what do they need to do?
Yeah, so the food bank is here to help. Our website is fbd.org. We have all of our resources on our website, whether that's our pantry, a community pantry, a mobile food pantry. Everything's there, and we want people to know that we're here and we're ready to serve.
And, you know, Kim, you've been with the food bank for a very long time. Is this pretty tough to watch? I mean, being out here on the front line, seeing these people come in every single day?
Yeah, people, the stories that they tell are they're very sad. People that are working full-time jobs, sometimes multiple jobs, can't make ends meet. So we see the desperation in people's faces. They want to just be able to feed their kids. We don't want seniors to have to choose between food and medication. So definitely a lot of challenging situations in our community, but it is always nice to see how the community can rally behind our neighbors.
Thank you so much for being with us, and we're going to stick around for another hour. But as you guys can see, these donations go a very long way, and there's still a lot of help that's very much needed. Sending it back to you in the studio.
Thank you so much, Waukesha.
Meyer also announcing assistance for Delaware food banks.
Many people in our area depend on SNAP benefits to pay for groceries. That includes more than 117,000 people in Delaware.
Wow. Yo, these states are coming together and saying, yo, we ain't taking this. Lying down. I like that. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm impressed. I hope they continue to grow and able to succeed.
And even with the state's emergency declaration funding SNAP through November, there is still an overwhelming need for food assistance. CBS News Philadelphia's Waukesha Bailey live at the Food Bank of Delaware with how they're working, Waukesha, to meet the challenges, and there's a really big demand right now.
Yeah, good morning, Janelle. Jim, that's right. That demand is continuing to grow for a lot of residents here in Delaware. So joining us this morning is Kathy Koneski with Food Bank of Delaware. And Kathy, when the governor announced yesterday that, they're extending SNAP benefits through November, what does that do for you and your team?
Did we just see this?
We were incredibly grateful and I'll say relieved. We have been gearing up for a surge in demand that we've not seen before. And we're coming out of a year that we actually served more people than we ever have in our whole entire history.
Yeah, we've seen this.
All
right. Yeah, so let me pan over to me real quick. Give me a quick second. But, yo, this is amazing. This is amazing. So, yeah. Wow. I really hope these states are able to have success. And the people get the proper nutrition and food that they need. You know what I mean? Like, every state should have a backup, and I'm glad they're able to now use it to help others, So hopefully this whole government shutdown stops and the SNAP situation get handled, and people that needs these resources are able to get it, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, like, subscribe, Levi Apparel, guys, come on, bring up the likes, subscribe, come on, push it up. All right, gonna go to the next segment. Appreciate you. Give me a minute. Go to the next one. What time is it? Oh, I don't have my time this time. Golly. Okay, it's 1:48. 1:48. Wait, 1:48? Oh, 12:48. Ooh wee. Let's get the next one. All right. So you heard from the food banks that's supplying the foods to the people, to the public, right? Helping out in these government agencies, letting us know that, hey, listen, we got you. We're going to help out as much as we can. So what is next? We need to find out how these groceries how these grocery stores are reacting to this. Because at the end of the day, these grocery stores are the ones that need a lot of this SNAP benefits. You know what I'm saying? Hold on real quick. All right. Yeah, so, oh man. Hold on one second. Hold on. All right, so let me get it set up. All right, so let's see what these people are saying when it comes to resources and stuff that's needed. We have the mayor of whose mayor is this? Okay, it says mayor declares state of emergency. All right, so let's hold on one second. Bam, there we go. All right, let's see what this mayor what they have to say, and see what's going on with this whole food stamp situation and like
action. According to the city, 1 in 5 people in Spokane County rely on federal food assistance,
Spokane
also
County.
known as SNAP. But that assistance will come to an abrupt stop on Saturday. Thanks so much for being with us. I'm Derek Dice. Kirsten O'Connor has the...
So what he's saying is apparently with the government shutdown still going on, there's going to be a stop to food stamp. Okay, so backtrack, right? The reason why there's going to be a stop to food stamp is because when the government shutdown happened, a lot of these federal aids that's supposed to be going to these states are not going to the states. So as the state is having issues already paying for certain things, these are some of these amenities, some of these services that they cannot fully support. So most states are doing what they can. Oh wait, I got somebody in the chat. Oh, what's going on? What's going on, Kate? Kate says, hello from Acton, Massachusetts. Massachusetts. What is going on? I appreciate you. Appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, yeah, so because of these government shutdowns, we have issues. And, you know, most of these things, like I said earlier, is showing if these states are ready for bigger problems. Because at the end of the day, anyways, that's a thought I don't want to get too deep into because it's gonna make things go too long. Let's pen over and listen.
The rest of the night off. We have team coverage tonight on how this shutdown is affecting people across the inland Northwest. We begin with Madeline Mullins, who's live inside of a grocery outlet. So, Madeline, the owners say a large number of their customers use these types of benefits to keep food on the table, right?
Yeah, that's right, Derek. As a grocery store that already offers discounted rates, they say many of their customers rely on these benefits. And while they may be impacted themselves, they're also...
Okay, that's the part I wanted to get to. Most of these companies, right, grocery stores, they're companies, grocery stores, a lot of them are also going to be affected. Now, with these effects, it may bring up the price of food. Now, what they're not saying, and there's somebody in the grocery store category of news should come up and say something, because at the end of the day, the grocery stores are the ones who are getting the money from these SNAP benefits. They use that money so they can buy more products and supply more, supply more food on their shelves, right? In return, they're giving discounts. But these are continual customers that will always come in because they're getting the SNAP benefits, right? So they can expect at least every week somebody to buy a bunch of people to buy a fair amount of food from them that'll keep their shelves stocked, that'll keep their employees paid, that'll keep the lights on, utilities, all that stuff, right? Going. Now, with the SNAP benefits being cut, as people start to go to these food pantries, right? The food pantries are eventually gonna start to come down in the amount of stuff that they're able to give. Now, I think what may happen is these grocery stores may then turn around and say, you know what, let's donate some of this food to the food pantry, because at the end of the day, there's certain food that they have that has a shelf life. They don't know how long this government shutdown is going to be. It could be for, hopefully not, another month. And if you have stuff that's going to be expiring in a couple of weeks, then you got to get rid of them, right? As soon as possible. So that may happen to help them around as far as like not having things spoil, and they'll be able to get that government discount. But at the same time, currently, they still need to, pay their employees. They still need to have a certain amount of money being made. How are they going to deal with that? And that's a lot of stuff that's not being covered by the news, and I can't wait for more of that information to come out, right? Because the grocery stores are going to be really impacted. And if they're impacted, that means prices are going to start going up for products, for food, for a lot of stuff, right? So let's see what she has to say.
Doing what they can to help.
I mean, I think that everybody is feeling a little bit of panic right now.
The deadline to fund SNAP benefits is looming, and those who are in line at the grocery store and those who are checking them out are worried. According to the United Food and Commercial Workers International Union, 80% of SNAP dollars are spent at traditional grocery stores. The union says if SNAP
There you go. See? Told you.
money goes away, workers all along the food supply chain, from meat packing to cashiers, will see a loss in hours and wages.
This is going to be the first time.
That part is sad. That part is sad. These guys need to come together and definitely do something. You know, these governments need to come together and do something, because this is a play. This is a play. This is a play. You got everybody now suffering. Come on now.
Anything like this has happened to us as owners, and so we are just going to do everything we can to continue to help the community and know that the community is there to support us as well.
Sage Dunaway owns 2 grocery outlets in the area and doesn't expect this to impact her store right away. So in the meantime, she's doing everything she can to help those who need it.
We're going to be providing a 10% off discount to all of our EBT customers that have had their benefits cut at this time.
And when I walked the aisles of Grocery Outlet today, I found others looking to help.
My wife and I just...
Yo, the fuzzy's gone. Woo! Woo! By the way, I love yams. I love yams. But the reason why I'm excited is because, like I said, and as you guys start to watch, when the fuzzy's gone, which means the pixelation of the video is gone, I get excited. I get excited. Come on now. Woo-wee. All right. Now let's watch some clear video of this sad issue.
Decided that we need to come out today and get some more food and take it to the food bank, because there's a lot of needy people out there, and we're in a good spot. So we're just trying to help out and help people in our community.
And the 10% discount will be offered at the grocery outlets in downtown Spokane.
All right. Seems like this grocery store is saying, you know what? We still making money. Let's offer a discount. And so, yeah, so I guess the answer is answered. That's the question I had was, how are these grocery stores going to manage with this situation that's going on? We know that people are going to be affected because, hey, they don't have SNAP. So guess what? Obviously, they have places they can turn and go to, churches, food banks, nonprofits, and other places that are offering, you know, food and stuff. Some places that are grocery company stores are even saying, hey, these food are going to be expiring in about a week or so or two. Here, just take it out of our hands so we can have something to say. You know, obviously it's a write-off, because if they given it, technically they have to write it off because they have to account for everything. So that's like a donation to the public, right? Now, other companies are saying, well, we can't just give it away. We're going to do a discount. So now there's grocery discounts. So for those who do not have SNAP, but they have a little bit of money in their hands, they can get a little bit more off of the grocery. So those who do not have SNAP and who's been struggling trying to even purchase grocery can at least get a break also, right? But also those who do have SNAP, who have a little bit of change and say, okay, well, let me deal with what I got, they can at least get some stuff to help them out. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, hopefully the discount is like throughout the whole store, you know, give or take some stuff. But at least the essentials should be able to be given the discounts for, like oil to cook with, actual meats and vegetables, also the rice, right? Things like potato chips, all those other stuff that's just, you know, knickknacks. I can understand if they say no discount on it, but at least everything else, you know what I mean? So yeah.
And Spokane Valley, and the store will offer these discounts until $5,000 worth of sales has been reached.
Nice. That was some good reporting. Nice. All right, you guys can go click on the channel membership, become a member if you want. Also, like and subscribe. We also have a lot of other things. But at the end of the day, I just hope there's a conclusion to this matter and help the people get what they need as far as like the funds. And obviously these grocery stores need help too, and you know, some kind of relief. Who knows? Maybe a business relief to help these companies, because obviously it's not just going to be the grocery stores that's going to suffer. The companies that provide the grocery stores the products are going to suffer, because there's going to be less inventory coming in or being sold. And hey, it is what it is. Oh, Kate says something. 100% good points. Helpful grocery stores will donate to food pantries. Also, Kate said, thanks for covering this. Yeah, no problem. There's a lot of people that's not talking about it. It's the way that, you know, it should be talked about. They're usually portraying it as a either Democrat or Republican issue, and it's a both issue. It's bipartisan. I think it's a bipartisan issue, because both sides are going to be suffering as far as like people who are for those parties, right? So there needs to be some kind of conclusion to this matter of this whole government shutdown, because we want the people to actually be here and be productive, fed, and you know, these companies to be able to function correctly, right? So yeah, as usual. Now I'm gonna say it again and again. Like and subscribe. Levi Apparel. All right. So if you're new here, I appreciate you. Okay, cool. Kate also said there are so many impacts to this government shutdown. Facts. Let me give her an applause. You are right, Kate. Woo-wee. All right. Let's go to the next one. Hold on. All right, what we gonna talk about next? All right. Okay. Did I talk about this before? Foam houses. You heard it. Houses made of foam. What? This is unbelievable. I gotta see this for myself. Hold up. We're gonna get to it. Let's see. Let me get the video ready. I mean, if a wind comes over, what happens? What happens? All right, let's get things ready. All right, ready? Let's do this, because I wanna hear it. I wanna hear it too. Like, are you kidding me? Foam houses? Let's go. Wow. Let's go. All right, you guys ready? Foam houses. All right, Kate said yes. All right, let's do this. Bam.
Is behind the SABS building system. KTSM 9 News reporter Dylan McKim got to visit the home.
Overlooking Lake Travis, this three-story home has something more noteworthy than its breathtaking view. This entire home, minus its foundation, is made completely of foam.
I think the neighbors thought I might be a little crazy when the, truckload.
Yes, it is crazy. Sorry, mess with your ears. Yes, it is crazy. Are you kidding me? A house made of foam? Like, yo, I don't know about that neighbor, but if it was me, I'd be out there looking. Huh. Hey, Sam, come and look at this. Somebody look at this. Wow. Yo, you know what? Let me give him an applause for even attempting such a thing.
Of foam showed up.
Aaron Rossell is the proud owner of this new build. It's his dream home.
TV, fireplace over there.
Yo, his dream home is a foam house? Wait, what? Hold up. Hold up. Yo, I gotta pan over to me because this is unbelievable. This is unbelievable. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? No, I'm not watching what I'm watching. Are you kidding me? A house made out of foam? How heavy is this foam? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Yo. Whoa. Whoa. There's no way. Oh. Alright, well, guys, let's finish watching this because...
A dream built by Strata International, a Phoenix-based company that developed the foam building system. The company has permits to build in all 50 states. It doesn't use wood. It doesn't need nails. Instead of a saw, the company's vice president, Amir Saibi, demonstrated how it uses
Let's continue it. Let's continue it.
a tool called a hot knife to cut the foam.
So it just cuts right through, kind of like a laser cutter almost.
To connect.
Is this legal?
Pieces. It uses a liquid foam to glue the pieces together.
Wait. Oh, the fuzzy's gone. Oh, come on, guys. I'm going to keep doing it. It's gone. Yeah. All right. Let's talk about this. What in the world? What in the world? Is it me? Does he look like he's not sure himself? Like, is this going to stick together? I don't know.
Becomes one solid piece. Basically, this entire structure becomes one monolithic structure.
Once the foam is completely installed,
yo, there's no way you gonna get me into a house like that. Listen, I'll do the wood. I'll do bricks. I'll even do, in case you guys didn't know, bricks are actually mud that's compacted together, put in the fire, a kiln or a fire, to create bricks. So a brick house, in essence, is kind of like a mud house, just so you know. But it is what it is, right? So I'll do a mud house. I'll do a 3D cement house. But a foam house? No bueno. No bueno. Not for me. Not for me.
the company puts its patented concrete solution on the exterior and interior of the home. It acts as a
Okay, so at least it uses some concrete. Some concrete.
hard shell for the foam. The company says it's a cost saver. It's an extremely good insulator, saving money for the homeowner on energy costs in the summertime, and it saves money on construction.
Less material used, less labor.
Yo, my guy didn't even show his face. He said,
Labor used.
Saibi said a crew of 4 to 5 workers can build a house, installing huge pieces of the home.
You just shake your head at how.
You know, I gotta say this though. I gotta say this. When it comes to injuries on the supplies, lifting it, picking it up, at least it's light. At least it's light. I gotta give him that. That's saving on a lot of injuries.
You know, they're putting up a 4 foot by 4 foot beam that, you know, 2 or 3 guys are carrying, whereas traditional building, you'd have a crane out here putting that thing into place.
The house will look like this when it's finished, and Roselle is...
That actually is not that bad. That looks pretty good. I mean, wow. I mean, I'm still wondering what happens when a wind comes over. That's like, where is this being built? Oh, this is in Texas. Oh my God. Don't they have like hurricanes and stuff? No, tornadoes and stuff like that. Extreme heats and what? I'm puzzled. I'm puzzled.
Decided to finally call it home.
I'm excited for them to cut out this window and be able to take in the full view.
That was Dylan.
Another question. When there's a flood, what happens to that foam? Because water and foam, whenever you have a mixture of water and foam, eventually that foam becomes more pasty-like. So he didn't say anything about it being waterproof. So I'm wondering how do you get like, wow, this is, well, I'll just use the word amazing. This is amazing. Wow. And there's floods also in Texas. So, and they're right next to that water. I mean, I understand the outside layer being, you know, shielded with cement. But what about the inside? And the walls? Like, you can put cement on both sides, but eventually that water's going to get to the walls. I mean, obviously it's moisture protected, but when water is there, like you got water there, what happens? Come on now. Yo, that is crazy. That is crazy. Wow. 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 Damn. I'm still thinking about that. Like, whoa. That's crazy. Anyways, that was cement house. I mean, foam house being built. Wow. Listen, they're thinking outside the box. They're thinking outside the box. Thinking outside the box. Wow. Amazing. Wow. Alright, so let me see if I go to the next one. Appreciate you guys. Like and subscribe. Like and subscribe. Golly. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. All right, give me a minute. Go to the next one. Excuse me. That is some good iced coffee. Let me see the time. Okay, okay. I got some time. I got some time. All right. So this next one should be a doozy. This next one should be a doozy. All right. Let's get this started. Give me a minute. Okay, okay. Okay. All right, so I talked about okay, guys, as usual, I'm bringing you another one. I'm bringing you another one. So on the channel, I'm not just gonna focus on the usual t-shirts, custom design. I have tons of videos. You can go back and see all that. You can go back and see all that, right? You can go back and see all that. I want to focus on a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff, because there's just so many content to talk about, right? And plus, the YouTube DIY t-shirt apparel audience, they usually stick to selective people, bring up their videos, views and stuff like that, and then after that they're gone. They come back another month or so, few weeks. Like when I do my videos, I have to wait about a month to see a good amount of views. And you know, I'm like, let me see if I can bring more people to, you know, this part of the YouTube channel. So that's why I started panning over to doing news and talking about current events. I'm still making shirts. I'm still doing the updates, letting you know what's going on with the studio shed. But while I'm doing that, I figure give you guys some stuff you can digest. You know what I mean? Like some good meals, aka some good eye views of things that you want to talk about, right? Some people like tech, other people like regular news, some people like current news, some people like devastation, some like stories, and others just want to know about t-shirts and what's going on as far as the industry. I got all that coming for you, all that. So without further ado, let's pan over to the next one. Bam. So this is a drone. The future of fighters. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens.
To be the future of war. I'm here at Shield AI getting an exclusive first look at the X-Bat. It's an autonomous fighter jet, meaning there's no pilot. It's entirely powered by an AI system called HiveMind.
X-Bat is a next-generation warfighter. It has capabilities to fly long distance, carry munitions, be fully autonomous, and be anywhere that defense needs it.
Drone combat has shaped the war in Ukraine, shedding a light on the shifting landscape of the modern battlefield. And Shield AI is one of the many companies vying to lead the change.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold up. I need to pan over to me. I need to pan over to me. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Whoa. Listen, I'm puzzled. I'm perplexed because you tell me everybody's job is affected by AI? Fighters, military is not even excluded? Did you just see? Wait, let's go back, because right now I'm lost for words. I'm lost for words. Do you guys see this? Do you guys see this? Wait a minute. There's nobody in there.
There's going to be a world filled of autonomous systems. Self-driving cars, humanoid robots, self-driving aircraft like what Shield AI has been doing are really tip of the iceberg.
CNBC visited Frisco, Texas to see how Shield AI is working to shake up the defense industry.
Wow. Wow. Am I? Wait, are you kidding me? AI insights how AI drones could be the future of modern warfare. There's a lot of jobs that's going to be taken. There's a lot of jobs that's going to be taken. Listen, guys, get into tech. Get into tech.
Shield AI was founded in 2015 and has built its business on drone development. First with this quadcopter, and eventually with this drone called the VBAT, an intelligence and surveillance drone with VTOL, or vertical takeoff and landing. Shield secured a nearly 200...
Whoa. Did you see what that drone did? It took off, came back, landed, and called it a day. Normally, you need, like, for takeoff and all that stuff, you need a big amount of space. Wow.
$100 million contract with the U.S. Coast Guard for the VBAT.
So the VBAT has been successfully deployed for...
Holy moly. Whoa, this thing is big. That's what she said. No, that's what. Yo, the simulation made this thing look like it was small. But you see how big this thing is? It's gotta be at least 7-8 foot. That wingspan is at least minimum 6 to 8 wingspan. This is huge.
A while now. Yep. But the next thing that you guys are doing is deploying the XBAT. Yeah, the model of it right here, right? Tell me about that. This is an XBAT.
Whoa, this actually is. Hold up, let's go back. Let's go back.
Tell me about that. This is an XBAT.
Ah, come on.
This is an XBAT.
Okay. I want to do this so you guys can get a view of how big these things are. So when we talking about drones, we think of these little itty bitty little tiny things that's like maybe, so from here to there, my hands is about between, I think like what, 8 or 7. Let's see how. Let me see. Yes, I got a tape measure. Listen, I do t-shirt designing and stuff, so I gotta have this. You know what I mean? So when I'm taking measurements and stuff to make sure that the shirt is the right size, I gotta have this. Shoot, what do you think I have a tape measure for, sir? Anyways, let's see. From tip to the end. Oh, it's about 8. You see it? 8. All right. So my hand from top to bottom is 8, right? 8 inches, right? So, hey, get your mind out of the gutter. Anyways, let's get back to subject. It's 8. So a normal drone is like about the size of my hands, right? To maybe a little bit bigger, like all the way here. I think that's like what, at least 12, right? It's like Probably, what is it, 9 or 12? I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Bam. So, all right. All right. So down there it's like 10, right? So, with that said, a drone is usually around, a normal small drone is usually about between 8 to like 10, right, inches. Now, the bigger ones are like a little bit like, you know, they're like in the foots, like 1 foot, 2 foot, 3 foot, right? That's not a drone. Like, this is not something you'd play around with. That's a vehicle. That is a autonomous vehicle. Come on now. Come on now. Look what it's on. This thing is huge. The video made it look like it was small. These things are not small. These things are beefy. Look at that. But anyways, let's get back to it.
XBAT is the first airplane in the world that is AI piloted and vertical takeoff, launch, and land. We, Shield AI, have flown the F-16 autonomously, but those two things, AI piloted and vertical takeoff, launch, and land, have never come together in the form of a next generation aircraft.
The XBAT is a fighter jet that can be equipped with missiles and used for combat. The company's...
Whoa. Now we know this thing is huge. Now you can understand why it has missiles. This is not a toy, guys. This is a big machine. An autonomous flying vehicle. This is what this is. They're making this like, oh, it's just a drone. Nah, this is a big machine. The guy stood next to it. He wasn't even near the wingspan. This thing is huge.
Says that one of its driving missions is to save the lives of service members with pilot-free aircrafts.
What is the timeline?
You know, although they can use it for like flight, for, you know, warfare and stuff, somebody should use something like this to do rescues, because a lot of these places that's on fire and a lot of these wooded areas that have stranded hikers and stuff like that, these things can be used to do a whole lot of, you know, help as far as like flying to the area, locating the person, and even throwing a hook to catch the person in a basket or something, right? So, yeah.
That you expect these to actually be deployed into battlefields. So first flight of the XBAT, we're doing a subsystem flights in 2026. We're doing a full system flight in 2027. We've been doing engine testing already, radar cross-section testing already, wind tunnel testing already, but going to production in 2029.
We got to visit the wind tunnel testing site in San Diego, California. This is where Shields is scaling down models of its aircrafts to test.
I'm a little bit confused. The actual machine is huge, but they create a small simulation a small model to simulate it. I don't know, maybe they don't have the space to actually simulate the whole thing, or maybe they do and they don't want us to know. Hey, it is what it is.
In a tightly controlled environment.
Simulations are only so good. There's still no substitute for testing. So we have to come to the wind tunnel. So this is 17% scale, smaller than the full-scale aircraft to get it inside here. But once we settle on the scale and build the model, we can blow air over the model and measure that lift, the drag, and see if it matches our prediction.
This is key, as it allows
Okay, he explained it.
Before building the real thing.
If you flight test first, you've gone too far into the process, and it's very costly to start making changes at that point. So we do.
Okay. Now it's well explained. In order to actually make these videos, not videos, in order to make these actual larger scale prototypes, they need to utilize the models they have to be able to actually simulate a flight, and plus what he said is costly. So I think their budget is not as much. But then again, with something like that, like should be unlimited amount for that budget, so you can get accuracy. Because if you're doing stuff like that, and it's carrying payload, you want full accuracy from the actual model itself. But they know what they're doing. So professionals, let's go, guys. Let me give an applause. Come on. These guys are living out their dream right there.
Much testing with models as we can. These are expensive, but they're still much cheaper than building a full working aircraft.
Still, as with many startups, the company says it's investing a lot of money in development and not yet profitable, even though it's generating a lot of revenue.
Today, we're generating hundreds of millions of dollars of revenue, and we anticipate doubling our revenue scale this year, and we see a strong growth path in the future as well.
In June 2025, President Trump issued an executive order called Unleashing American Drone Dominance, which aims to accelerate commercialization of drone technologies and integrate them into the national airspace system. Although no direct dollar amount was attached to that order, the Big Beautiful Bill has allocated billions of dollars for unmanned aerial systems and AI development.
Drones are cheap and they're everywhere, but it's more than just cost. They inflict approximately 60 to 70% of damaged weapons on the adversary side, and they inflict up to 80% of injuries for the adversary side as well.
The USA is going to field millions of drones. Key to fielding millions of drones is AI and autonomy. I can't field millions of drone pilots.
So the company said it ran the numbers, and the XBAT will cost them about $27 million to make.
Whoa, that's a lot of money. Per? Wow. It's a lot of money. Yikes. Okay, now we understand why they doing the simulation. Golly.
Which I know that sounds like a lot, but it's actually a fraction of the cost of what the military has previously been spending on fighter jets, especially when you factor in the costs of training pilots, which this aircraft does not have because it's run entirely by AI.
That's what I was talking about. This guy's about to lose his job to a drone. Obviously, it's not going to be immediately. They're probably going to still have specialized fighters and planes, fighter planes, with people, because, you know, you can't rely on drones for everything. You know what I mean? But, wow, that's going to be a significant loss of jobs for fighter plane operators, man. Whoa. Pilots, I believe they're called pilots. Wow. Man, drones are taking over. AIs and everything is taking a lot of jobs, man.
That's important because the U.S. Air Force is already facing a pilot shortage. It's a highly skilled job that requires significant investment from the government. A report from RAND Corporation estimates that training a basic qualified pilot for an F-35, which is a widely used modern military fighter jet, can cost over $10 million. That's in addition to the cost of the aircraft itself, which, depending on the type, costs in the range of $80 to $100 million.
Whoa. Do you see this? Damn, no wonder we need lots of funding.
Lockheed Martin finalized a contract at the end of September 2025 to deliver another nearly 300 F-35s to both the U.S. military and other international customers.
Is the goal ultimately to replace the F-35? I don't want to say it's replacing fighter jets or fighter pilots anytime soon, but the way that I think about this aircraft is our aim is for it to be this generation's F-16. F-16 is the most widely proliferated fighter jet on the planet, but...
You know what's interesting? A long time ago, right? I used to watch, there was this video, this movie I watched, where you had, what's his name? Jamie Foxx was in it. It was like two other big actors that was in it, and they were like these hot shot fighters, right? Doing tricks, all that, going into missions, coming back, and then all of a sudden there was a plane that was introduced, and the plane is doing all these tricks, moves, and all this stuff, right? And you were like, hold on, let me pin over to me real quick. Give me a second. Yeah, you were like, wow, this is amazing. Look what they're doing. Look what that plane is doing. So you're rooting for the plane, and at the same time, you can't really see who's in the plane. You know what I mean? So now Jamie Foxx and his fellow cast members was like, who's the guy on the plane? So they running over to see who it is, right? And they find out that it's an AI. It was an advanced form of AI that was able to fly planes and all that stuff. And this plane looked like a normal sized plane too, but it was doing tricks that was unbelievable. Man. So now look at what happened. Look. They ain't playing games. Look at this. Somebody look at this. Wow.
There are a lot of companies hoping to do the same thing. Shield is relatively small compared to competitors like General Atomics and Anduril, who were selected by the U.S. Air Force in 2024 to develop a fleet of drones meant to fly alongside manned fighter jets, beating out major players like Boeing and Lockheed Martin, who had hoped to secure the development funding.
I think it's a new challenge because the concept of crewed-uncrewed systems is great in theory, but we're yet to see how this is practically actually implemented and how, most importantly, it is showing in the battlefield.
It's a crowded space. How do you guys set yourself apart?
There are definitely a lot of drones, and where we have focused is leveraging that AI capabilities to ensure that we deliver great mission outcomes for our customers. And in the AI context, it's being able to operate in contested environments, meaning no GPS. You have to use software and intelligence to be able to deliver targets and have insights about what you're focused on.
Whoa.
Shield AI has long been focused on building drones, but now it's hinging a lot of its future on the AI software that's used to power them, like the hive mind in the XBAT.
The software is
Told you.
A cornerstone and foundation for everything we do. It will ultimately be the long-term growth driver of this business because it enables the development of this next-generation aircraft.
Guys, if you can get into AI, even if you have to take a little small certification at a college for a couple of weeks, couple of months, do it. AI in the future, whoa. If you know tech and you know how to properly fix threats and all that stuff, and you're able to go in the system, debug it, all that, man, tech is gonna be heavily needed in the future. Because how you gonna have this thing in the air if you don't have defense for it on the ground? Cyber defense. Come on now.
We have to empower the defense industrial base with the exact same development tools, infrastructure, and pipelines that Shield AI has used to make AI autonomy. So we work directly with the major defense prime contractors of the world.
This is where
I don't know about you, but I see that coming. I think it's a missile. Woo!
We manufacture
this thing is huge.
But most importantly, this is also where we do our engineering to bring the best of autonomy and marry.
Look at that. Engineers. Come on, guys. Come on. Whoa. I'm going to let this play a little bit, and then I'm going to pin over to myself.
That with world-class aircraft design.
Do you feel AI is at the point where it can be reliably making decisions autonomously in a war zone?
Definitely, but we always assume there's a human in the loop somewhere. And we're seeing the impact and positive aspects of that because HiveMind is deployed today, for example, in the Ukraine, helping us deliver great outcomes for the Ukrainians. So we've got a lot of battle-tested experience that gives us confidence in the capabilities that we have.
Shield says its mission is to deter war, or as Sang calls it, peace through strength, by enabling countries to keep their adversaries in check. But AI is advancing quickly and creating increasing concerns about everything from job replacement to security threats. And the prospect of AI-powered weapon systems doesn't come without risk.
What do you say to people that are scared about the prospects? Yeah. What AI could lead to if it fell into the wrong hands or if it was used for, bad intentions.
Yeah. I tell people as a former Navy SEAL that has had to make the moral decision about the use of lethal force on the battlefield, I don't believe that autonomous systems should be making any moral decisions about the use of lethal force. Shield AI does not believe that. That's Shield AI policy. That is U.S. military policy. That is NATO policy. And so I am less concerned about this feature of autonomous killer robots. I think it gets overblown by Hollywood.
They did that Terminator on purpose.
Drones have been used in war zones since as early as World War I, but their importance has grown immeasurably since then.
70% of recent conflicts used drones. And just for a second, in 2010, only 3 countries possessed armed drones. In 2025,
All right. With that said, you guys can watch the rest. There's a big amount left over. You guys can watch the next. Bam, pan over to me. It's that time. Oh man, I gotta go. I gotta go. Today was good though. Today was good. Guys, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Like, subscribe as usual. If I keep saying like, subscribe, it's because I cut into segments so you guys can watch it later on at your convenience instead of watching the whole video. So yeah, if you want to do that, you could do that, or you could just come and join the live. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you guys. Like, subscribe, and I am out. I'm out. Wow, that's not bad. About